Hey guys, so we got our heifers moved out of this barn yesterday. They're all happily chilling in the new building back there. So we're gonna start the process of tearing this barn down now. So we have a neighbor that is most likely gonna be doing most of the work of tearing it down, but we are gonna be getting the headlocks and gates out of this building. Some of the wood we're gonna use for ourselves as well. So there's tongue and groove boards dividing these pens. We wanna tear some of those out first thing. I'll show you where we're gonna use them. So we had this new scrape alley put in behind our dry cow barn so we can scrape manure across to the new pit. And we have this area built for stacking dry manure. We got these metal pieces of angle iron. So the plan is to use some of that tongue and groove wood that's still in pretty good shape just to make a nice wall. It's gonna be a nice 6-foot high wall so we can pile dry manure up pretty good right there. Just push up against it. We're gonna have to get all the manure out of this barn too. Might not do that all today, but probably scrape this front area. I'm just gonna take the skid loader through the scrape alley and clean that out. We're gonna take this gate off, get it out of the way. The boards on the first two pens look the best. Guess we'll scrape some of this area out too so we can work in there. Yeah. You gotta take these screws out, attach to this metal first. We're gonna try to remove these without breaking them. If you get damaged, it's fine. It's tongue and groove, so we don't want to just pound them all off. We want to kind of lift them up and out. Before we take off any more, we just wanted to see how these will fit. They don't need to be anything fancy, they just need to be strong enough. So we started putting these up just to see how it would look. We're not going to have enough to cover it all, so we're wondering if it's worth using it. Some of the boards are pretty solid. There's some flimsy ones and there's shorter pieces that aren't quite long enough to reach. Just wish these were a couple inches longer. Can't quite attach them too well, so we're looking at just getting some new wood. Might be better. I called and the price will be about $380 to get all that we need, so it's a chunk of change, but if we do it right, put treated lumber on there, it'll last a lot longer, and we'll probably be glad we did it that way. Got 18 12-foot 2x8s. So we got all the wood, all the bolts we need. maybe tomorrow we can put this up. Hey guys, so it's the next day now. Dad and I are out here. We're gonna try and put these boards up. It's insanely hot out here, humid.
Then we don't have to cut it every 6 feet. We can just
Yeah.
make it. I'm gonna go get some oil.
Yep. So you got these carriage bolts. You hit that in with the hammer and it'll stay. We were thinking we were gonna have to make a lot of cuts at each post, but we're just gonna keep it simple and let it run past. And then we'll start putting boards on this end, but then the next layer we'll start at the other end and it'll overlap these seams, lock everything together. We got Fonzie scraping the dry cow barn. So once we get this wood up, hey Fonzie, once we get this wood up, we're gonna start scraping this way, and then any dry stuff will pile against this wall coming out of this barn. Didn't really want to put manure out here until we had these boards up. Got this little coffee cup with oil. We like to dip the bit in there to keep it from getting hot.
$40 3/4.
We gotta cut one piece for the end. We got the Essential Craftsman here.
Yep. There you go. We're gonna go out to there, right?
So we got 4 layers up. It's going pretty good. So the hardest part of this job has been drilling the holes through this metal. Wore through a couple bits. They weren't new, so I don't know how good they were to start, but Dad just went to get a couple more 3/8 bits to make sure we can get this job done. I like how the tongue and groove is working out. The ends of the boards we have overlapping, so they're locking together and it's holding good. So we got that wall done. We might add some to the top then. So we're gonna start putting these end pieces on. Yeah, so I should have got one more piece of wood. We could have gone the whole way around the top. Wasn't planning to do an extra layer there. Had a little more space on these posts than I was thinking. I don't really think we need the extra height there. I think it looks fine, so we'll probably just leave it like this. Pretty solid wall. It's good we have the concrete at the bottom. That's going to be what we scoop against mainly with the skid loader. So now we can make a good high pile of dry stuff. We don't want it coming out too far off the wall. Maybe here, because we want to be able to scrape liquids passing out that way. So it's just a little area. We don't want to have too much dry stuff, but we know we're going to have some sometimes. So this way we got a place to go with it. We'll be able to keep a few Manure spreader loads, and then once we go to haul, we'll just back the spreader in here and take the skid loader, scoop it in. So, all right, thanks a lot for watching, guys.